Now we're streaming.
Good morning, everybody. Attention, those of you who don't know, the views expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliated, subordinated ministries and non-profits. So, without any further ado, gotta have some opening music. All right. You ready, Jay?
Yep.
Here we go. Good morning. Coming live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. And it's a beautiful day. That's what I say. I rhymed that intentionally, Jay. Ah, that was an unintentional rhyme that time. Could you imagine if we talked in like rhymes all the time? All right. It's going to be a beautiful day today. We'll take a look at the weather here in just a few minutes. See how you can plan your week. So good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
We're glad to have everybody on board with us today. So, it's been a great weekend. It's Thanksgiving week. Boy, that is making a funny noise.
Yeah, something's going on there. I don't know where it's coming from. That sounds like it must be... it's got to be a Wi-Fi connection or a computer connection. Like there's such a... It's so... constantly changed. It's not like a constant hum, so it's got to be something that has a lot of different levels of power.
How bad can you guys hear it? That's what I want to know.
I imagine they can't hear it at all.
Well, they may not be able to. All right, so now let's get on Facebook and see who we've got joining us this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
I know we're the hill of beans in this world. Yeah,
Hill of
see?
beans.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Well, we're sitting here wondering what to do. I thought about, of course, because of the lack of gasoline in the old car, we didn't get to do our shooting and stuff yesterday like we wanted to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had to be an adult about it.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We need Steve here for that. No.
So, yeah.
So, you know, it happens. Steve says not bad. So I think they can hear it, but not bad.
Yeah.
Good morning, Steve Schultz, Jonathan Kretzman, Nikki Skaggs. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
On this beautiful day. So I'm really excited about Thanksgiving. The only bad part is I got to work. I get to work on Thanksgiving. I'm not going to complain because I believe I'm getting double time and a half for 8 hours of my day.
So the 29th?
Yeah.
The 29th is Thanksgiving?
Yes.
So apparently on the 29th I only work till 5. But I have, so I'm going to miss 2 hours of work that day.
Yeah. And I
have my MRI.
And I leave for work by 5:30.
Yes.
But we will not be doing a show that day. So if you're expecting to tune into a show, there will not be one on account of the holiday.
Right.
Steve says it's okay. Just talk louder. That's what he says.
So, yeah. I've been looking at these schoolies is what they call them.
Schoolies?
It's a school bus that people convert into
kind
a
of like
home.
the tiny house livers. There's a whole group of those people, too.
Yeah.
Like people who live in tiny houses.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting how that works. You know, everybody wants the biggest house they can get, but then now it's like everybody's starting to want the smallest house they can get.
Well, I mean, I was thinking a full-size school bus would be cool, but I don't know. I haven't worked out how small I could actually make it.
Steve, I can't do a rerun because I'd have to come into the office to do a rerun.
Yeah.
So.
No.
No. Now, if there was a way that I could do a rerun at the house, I'd say, okay.
Okay.
So I'm excited about the pies.
Are you?
Oh yeah, pies, turkey. Let's see what else. Okay, so my question is: has anybody out there ever had a non-traditional? I mean, obviously, some of you probably have a non-traditional meal for Thanksgiving. Have you ever had a non-traditional meal for
Oh
Thanksgiving?
yeah. I mean, there were Thanksgivings that I missed that I just kind of ate.
I'm talking about like intentionally.
I had a
Having a
Thanksgiving
dinner-
at a restaurant before.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to clean up. But not a lot of restaurants
I
are
had
open.
it at like a homeless, like a soup kitchen.
Ah, but was it turkey and stuff like that?
It was. It was weird though.
Hey, brother
It
Scott.
was that highly overprocessed turkey. That was kind of odd.
Yeah, some processed turkey is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like when you get it in the pre-made like packages or whatever.
The gravy was good and it was tasty.
Yeah,
Just wasn't really turkey.
no,
Not to me.
it was turkey-ish.
So I guess that was still traditional.
Yeah, it'd still be traditional.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, some people will have a.
Well, I mean, if I'm getting off at if I'm getting off at 5, I guess I could probably make it to the Thanksgiving dinner this year. What time are you guys having yours?
I don't know what time they're having
Time
it.
you got to be at work.
I've got. Good morning, Buddy Pillmore. I got to be at work by 6. I'm working 12-hour
So you're
shifts.
probably gonna have it at lunch.
If the turkey and all that's not done by then, I'll have to have like something non-traditional for
Right.
Thanksgiving. But since we're not doing a show, I can go home and go right to bed.
Like some tacos.
Some tacos.
Tacos are good.
Tacos are very good.
Yeah.
I love me some tacos.
Okay.
Delicious. I couldn't say it the same way. But
Delicious.
let's see what that. Let's see if I can pull that up so that everybody knows what we're talking about. Scott says it's at 1 p.m.
1 p.m. So I won't be there.
Um,
So yeah, this is non-traditional this year. It's gonna be ramen noodles, a can of chicken, and maybe I'll make some stuffing. I guess I'll make.
Whoa, sorry about that. That was still playing when I turned the volume up.
So I got to make that apple thing, which I didn't make yet.
With the gooey
Caramel apple pie.
without the pie part. The one you made at one time didn't really
Did I
have any
put some-
pie in it.
I put some kind of batter in it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think you sprinkled it over the top and like,
Poured it in it,
yeah,
and it baked into it.
it was so good. Drizzle it over some ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah,
Forget about
yeah.
it.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Okay. So it was fun. Yeah, so that's sad though. Missing the big meals.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to go to your brother's house or something like that?
I think we already did that at my
Nephews.
nephew's, and even then, it'll probably be at the wrong time for me
Well,
because I work.
now are you
basically-
getting paid holiday pay for
Yeah.
working on a holiday?
Yeah, but I don't get the pay. I have a debt that goes to.
Ah,
Anything over, I only get $200 in my check, so anything over $200 goes to pay a pass,
No.
which is good. So I don't mind that. Just means it'll be off of there sooner.
I think what Steve meant was feet and beaks, but he says it's made out of feet and becks.
Yeah, so the tiny house thing, I mean, I think it would be cool. I don't
Moving right
know.
along.
I mean, it's difficult to imagine something like that. But
But
I'm thinking a piece of land, go out there,
the people that
convert
you're
a
referring
bus
to,
while I camp in my tent inside the bus.
they refer to people that had that ideal as minimalist. Like the wallet I've got is
Yeah.
a minimalist wallet.
Right.
You can only carry so many things.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and the minimalist lifestyle is really picking up. You know, people are, and it makes sense.
Off grid. I like the idea of doing everything in solar, and you can do it. I was
In
sort of-
what?
Solar.
Sola?
It's like
Isn't that written at the end
$1,600
of
you
some
can
of
get.
those Psalms?
So $1,600 to $2,600, you can get something that, like a full-size bus, you could power the whole thing and not worry about electricity.
That would be great. I need
Which
to
means
get
you'd have enough batteries to do the like overcast periods of time. Like so you might have 3 to 5 days of overcast, but you'd have the battery power in your to cover those.
Right. Well, what kind of batteries would you need for that? deep cycle storage batteries,
some big deep
like some
cycle.
270 watt batteries.
Yeah.
I know where you can get some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where?
right directly from the source.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say I don't want to say the name, so it rhymes with Borth Star.
So you still know people there? You could get a discount.
Probably.
That would be really cool.
I'd have to try it. I don't know. I don't
So
know.
I'm seriously considering this. I'm watching videos about other people that do it and all that, and I watched a video today about this couple that
It's
had
got a clip on it.
composting toilet.
Yeah, those are expensive.
They're expensive, and well, after having it a year, they did the pros and cons, and I don't want that.
Yeah, because you have to shovel up the dirt and stuff out
Yeah.
of it. And I'm pretty sure it smells like poo for a long time.
There's
And
a
when
lot
rain
of
hits
there's
it-
a lot of cons,
When the rain hits it, reinstates it.
right?
Because I know they did that. They found some prehistoric poo,
Yeah.
and the scientists took it to a poo expert, which I don't know how you become a poo expert. What would even draw you into that line of work? I don't know. It's a pretty crappy line of work.
Well, you can study diet. You can study the types of foods that people ate. You can tell probably
That's
a
the-
lot, like
they
the
did.
teeth, how the teeth were probably.
Yeah. Well, once they reconstituted it, it smelled just like poop.
Really
Yeah.
neat.
I remember that's the one thing they pointed out.
Because poo is awesome.
It is not awesome.
Everybody should have some.
Leave their body.
Everybody's
I
got
was just
poo. Everybody's
finishing-
got poo.
I was
Everybody's
just-
got a poop.
Just use a bucket, Jay. That's what Steve says. You know, they make those 5-gallon
We would
bucket
sing-
things with the toilet seat that sits on top of it. A specially made toilet seat specifically for 5-gallon buckets. Jonathan Kretzman will tell you. Scott could tell you.
I think well and septic on if I got a piece of land. Thing is, I'm thinking about it. I've got the credit to buy a place. I thought about buying my dad's place, but I don't really like the neighborhood. And then there's that there's that thing attached to it that's not mine, and I don't really want to.
Medicare lien or whatever.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is, but it's not mine.
And it's worth twice as much as what the house is worth, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, why should I have to be the one? Why should I be dealing with all that? I mean, I could go out with my credit, find a piece of land that I like, get a loan, probably even get a bus, go out there.
But then the money it takes to fix up those buses.
Yeah,
Because you have to rip out the seats.
right, but there's
Unless you can find one where the seats are gone already.
There's people doing it all the time, and even there was one guy I watched the other day who actually had a complete list of all of the costs and expenses that they got that they went through, and so it cost them $24,000 total to do the whole bus, including the bus.
And but that makes the bus spectacular.
Yeah,
Like,
it just depends on what you're going for. But also, they also included in their list was a program where you could click on each item on the list and change it with another material or another product to change the price. You see what I mean?
yeah.
So that would adjust the cost.
Scott says, Jason, you're welcome to come over after you get off work and eat. There will be plenty.
Thank you.
There'll still be a lot of people there.
Thank
Because, you know, when they say 1 o'clock, it usually don't start till like 3 or 4.
Right?
Just saying. I mean, you know, stuff happens. You get to cooking, and it takes a long time to cook. Plus, with all those people in the house, with the oven going at the same time,
I've never found it to be too warm.
well, I have because I'm a chubby guy,
Ah.
and I get really warm really easy.
I don't know if that makes any difference.
Except this morning, blubber makes a difference.
No, I think a lot of people are hot and a lot of people are cold. Like you
Tell me about
like
it.
you could lose all the weight and still feel hot in that house.
Yeah, because I was raised keeping the AC at
Right.
68?
So some people sleep cold and some people sleep hot. So some
Some
people
people
are
would say
always
that's freezing for
curled
some
up in a
people.
ball with all the covers wrapped around them and over their head and everything. And they're always like that.
There was one time I got used to sleeping in heat, and that was when I lived with Jessica. And there towards the end of our friendship or relationship, rather, you know, my staying at her house.
One of our fans.
Yeah, one of our fans. I stayed in a different room.
Yeah.
Well, there was no central air in the house, and the only AC unit was in her house, and I couldn't afford one. So I slept in a room with no air conditioning,
Right.
and it was on the west side of the house, and there were no trees. So from like 1 o'clock on, the sun is just baking that side of the house.
Uh-huh.
So I had one fan blowing on me here, one fan blowing out the window, trying to keep some of the heat out.
Right.
And it was rough. It was really rough for a while.
It was.
Then I started getting used to it, and then I moved back in with Mom and Dad, and, you know,
Yeah, there's that.
yeah, 68 degrees.
Perfect.
It was like the feeling of home.
Yeah. Because it was home. So wouldn't that be cool, though? Live in a house that, all of a sudden you could just say, you know what? I'm going to go here. Boom. You drive
Scott
away.
says, we're eating at Mom and Dad's house, we're cooking at our house, and taking it over there.
And it
Oh,
would
wow.
be a good show.
Which part?
The process of getting the land,
Oh, yeah.
pouring a slab to park it on, getting the bus, choosing the bus, bringing it out there, tearing it apart. Right?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Still cooking for the in-between spot of hot or cold.
What?
That's what Steve says. Scott says that we're eating at Mom and Dad's house, but they're cooking at their house and taking it over there. We haven't had that many people at our house in a long time.
How many?
I don't know how many people are going to be there, but there's usually a few. I do love the togetherness.
Yeah.
Even if it's somebody else's family, I like going there
Yeah.
for the togetherness. Watching the crazy people in their family and
Right.
comparing them to the crazy people in my family.
Yeah.
Because there's always a crazy person
It's usually about the same, really.
in each family. And the odds are, if you don't know who that person is, it's probably you. But,
Well, that's good to know.
yeah, still looking for the in-between spot of hot or cold.
You know,
Did
I'm
why
funny.
did I
Like,
say
I'm a
cooking?
hot sleeper. So, like, when I'm
Sorry,
in
Steve.
bed and I'm covered up, I'm hot. So I'll get hot easy.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the house, I'm in the house, if it's cooler in the house, I get a chill. And then I can't get rid of it. You know what I mean?
That chill to the bone.
Yeah. I get that bowl.
Well, see, I forgot to turn one of my radiator heaters on last night. So I had the one closest to my room
Yeah.
on, in the hallway, and it was cold. That's why it took me so long to get here today. I just did not want to get out of my little warm bubble, of perfect temperature.
Yes.
So I had 2 blankets. I could have used another one, but I stayed covered up, and it was hard to get up. And because I also turned the fan on low from the front room, blowing some of that warm air towards the back room. Well, there was no heater on, so it's just blowing cold air.
You forgot that, yeah.
I forgot that. Blew cold air just right in. So when I did try to get up, I'm like,
Blue cold air, just right in.
And then jumped right back in bed and covered right back up.
Hey, I discovered something cool. So, I
I
got,
did too.
like, I don't know, I guess 6 months ago or a year ago or so, I got pajamas. How great is that? When you get in the bed and it's too cold, you dread getting in the bed,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is going to be cold.
Yeah. And then what did you have?
Pajamas. Pajamas, it's not like that.
No, is it like the night dress with the hat like they wear in all the old movies?
No.
No?
No. It's
I
like,
know why they wear those hats now.
it's like sweats and a T-shirt, basically.
Yeah, oh man, if I were to wear that. See, I would be okay wearing that, but the problem is I can't stand to have clothing bunching up on me under the blankets.
Well, this is pretty snug-fitting tight, so it doesn't bunch
Yeah,
up or
that would be even less desirable for me. I have to be freedom of movement,
I got to admit, it was awkward at first, difficult.
I used to sleep in my jeans all the time.
Also, by living
Dumb was that?
alone, when I'm living alone, I'm doing everything. So sometimes, like, I get in bed and I got to shut off a light.
Morning, Susan Burrows.
And I'm usually the first person in bed when I'm living with people. So,
There'll be around 8 people.
8 people.
Yeah, Dennis Coates said, come to Crosswalk of Hope for Thanksgiving. I wish we could do this, and we'll start planning this for next year.
But that's the point, though, getting off of work late in the evening or even after dark, really. Now that I get off at pretty much after dark usually. And then driving somewhere to do a Thanksgiving dinner. That's kind of awkward.
I think it'd be great is if we could do the next holiday where there's a dinner. Matt and Jay should go around storming or crashing people's dinners.
Does that work though?
Well,
Can you do that?
if we've got it on video, will that make it? Hey, it's Matt and Jay. We're coming to
We might
crash your
get
party.
assaulted.
Ha ha ha! Or a peppered. That was weird.
That would be worse.
Yeah, be a little bit sneezy. But
I was
that would be
thinking
funny.
like shotgun.
I didn't think of
or
that.
Shot peppered.
Yeah, gotcha. I guess they do call that peppered.
Yeah.
They actually you can get shotgun shells that are packed with rock salt.
Yeah.
Though it doesn't kill you, but it burns something
Makes you
fierce.
wish you were dead.
Yeah. That's oh man, that just sucks to even think about.
Ooh.
And don't worry about pouring salt on the wound. Cause the wound with the salt. 2 birds, 1
I
stone.
wonder if it's less likely to have an infection because of the salt.
Yeah. Well, I know that whenever I lived in Florida as a kid, anytime we had a cut or something, we lived right across the street from the beach. Mom would say, "Go out there and have yourself a little swim," because the salt water.
Mm-hmm.
Although salt water does have a tendency of pointing out where you might have skin broken anywhere. It's pretty burny.
Bernie.
Anything burny is not good.
Which reminds me about the election.
Yeah, exactly. Anything burny is not good. You I see what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
So. All right, so Jonathan Kretzman says it's him and his family, the crazy person. Dennis Everson says that he should be here tomorrow with a guest.
What show is today?
Today is the Crosswalk of Hope.
Oh,
I
right.
wasn't.
So
I'm saving
Dennis
my voice
Cove.
for whenever they
All
come
right.
on. Because if you've heard that operatic sound, obviously you know who it is. It's me.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere singing
It's you.
Crosswalk of Hope.
I've heard it.
Once or twice.
I was here.
I think Dennis Code has too.
Yeah.
So real quick, just because I told you guys we were going to do this, I want to make sure that I do it. I'll forget if I don't. This week's weather forecast. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
All right, so
So it'll
today,
be a nice week.
right now it's 43 degrees, feels like 37 with humidity level at 70%.
What
UV
is
index
going
is
on
low.
with this is watching.
What do you mean?
I just keep getting this is watching.
As people hop in, are you on a party, a watch party?
No, I don't think so.
Expect rainy weather Thursday morning through Friday afternoon. So that's good. It's going to be a rainy Thanksgiving. Let's do our daily forecast. Okay, so today it's supposed to be a high of 65, so it's going to be beautiful. Tomorrow 67, but it's going to be a couple of morning showers tomorrow, but the low is going to be 33 degrees. So this is going to be probably the last couple days of warmer weather. No, it's showing 47 degrees as a high on Wednesday, 39 degrees as a high on Thursday, with colder and periods of rain, and then rain all day Friday at 56 degrees with a low of 52. So not much difference there. Of course, back up to 60 degrees on Saturday, mostly cloudy, rain possible. So as that changes, keep an eye on it. But if it turns out to be a nice
No show Friday.
no show Friday,
Are we having a show Friday?
I believe we're having a show Friday.
Are we having one? Yes, then.
Who asked that?
Scott or David.
Oh, were you having a show Friday morning? Yes.
So what are you saying? Oh, Thursday's supposed to be rainy. 70% chance.
Yeah. So that's your forecast for today. It's
That's not for today.
the
Rainy? 70% chance? No, that's Thursday.
That's Thursday. Yeah. No, it's going to be a high of 50. What did I say? See, now you got me wondering.
So that means that, wow, that'll be fun.
So today's going to be a high of 65 degrees, mostly sunny and mild. So it's a beautiful day today. Get
the
out there
neighborhood.
and enjoy it while you can. So Scott says, okay.
Okay.
And Marsha Holland says, yes, that would be great. I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, yeah. If
Dot
you are.
BZ. We haven't done a commercial.
Okay, so yeah, Scott says if you are, me and Marcia will be on the show. But that would be great.
Cool.
I would agree with that. So we're
Yes.
going to put you on the docket. The morning drive docket. What?
Spider. No, just kidding.
Don't say that. I was
I was
out of my
reading
I was out of my friend Andrea's house, and we had to break the lock on her shed. I was moving some stuff from her house to a storage unit.
How'd you do it? Crowbar?
No. Well, her dad tried hitting it with a hammer a couple times, and then I realized that the latch that goes through the thing was screwed in with screws. So I just pulled out
So it was put on wrong.
flipped it down. It was put on wrong. Well, no, it's just one of the. I think it was meant to be just to keep animals, to keep it closed. It's not really meant for real security purposes, because it's very easy to take apart.
Sounds like it was put on upside down.
No,
So the hinge is supposed to, the screws go through is supposed to fold underneath it so that when it's closed.
yeah, no, it
the
was
thing
one of
covers.
those levers that you slide through, and then it just had the loop thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I just took the screws
Yeah.
out, pulled the loop thing off. That's just meant to keep a door closed. It's not meant for security, I don't think, even
Right.
though it has a lock, the place to put a lock. So, anyways,
Interesting.
there were so many spiders
In there?
on all of the stuff that was in there, and they were big brown recluse. They were like this.
No.
Not the bodies. I'm talking about with the
I'd
legs.
be fumigating that thing.
We just we just left everything in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't.
We contemplated burning the building down for a second, because I hate spiders. Bad. So does she.
There was nothing good in there?
No. Nope. Alas, spiders. Big NO on that.
10-4.
10-4, brother.
I thought 10-4 was bad anymore.
No, 10-4 is like affirmative,
Affirmative. Affirmative.
or 42. Jonathan Kretzman said, "My bad."
What?
What was your bad, Jonathan? Oh, no show Friday.
No, we have a show Friday. We don't have one Thursday.
That's why Scott asked if. Oh yeah, so it's Thursday. We're going to be off.
Yeah.
And pray we don't get burglarized this Friday like we did last year.
Was it Thanksgiving?
It was the day after Thanksgiving. We
Was
got
it really?
burglarized. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I mean, if you're watching and you're planning on it, there's not going to be any equipment up here anyways. So you could try. Be a bad idea, though. Anyways, just saying.
I think they should try it. Try it again.
Yeah, you know what? Try it. Have you ever seen a door slam shut automatically after it's been opened? And then lock shut?
Yeah.
That reminds me of like those, like there was this guy that tried to rob a bank or whatever, it was like a check cashing place.
Yeah.
And he got out into the foyer, and they had a button that locked the door coming into the deal,
Oh, yeah.
and they hit the button, and the guy was trying so hard he couldn't get out. He was pushing and pushing and pushing on the door to try to get out.
Banging into it.
Banging into it, and finally he was sitting there when the cops came up, and they just pushed it in, so he could have pulled it.
Wasn't it No, I don't think it was the cops. I saw one like that, where the guy was trying and wore himself out, exhausted, even hurt himself, was sitting down, and somebody walked in. Oh, that may have been a movie.
Yeah. No,
I'm
no,
thinking
that really has happened. I've seen video of that. I may be thinking the same one, but there was a guy that walked past a police officer.
I was thinking about that movie with Brad Pitt, where he's the
crazy guy.
the boxer, the fighter.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty funny part of that movie. But I've actually seen that happen before, though, like in a video in real
I
life.
think I have too. Yeah,
You know, that's kind of like that Far Side T-shirt that my friend had when I was in school, and it had a picture. You know who Far Side, Gary Larson or whatever.
I've heard it many times.
He has all these. They're basically one-liners in photographs, or in cartoon like comics.
Memes.
Brilliant. I mean, it's just amazing. Well, it says
Memes.
this kid's pushing on this door trying to get into this school, and it says such and such school for the gifted. And he's pushing. You can see he's pushing as hard as he can. And then the sign beside him says pull. So. He was making memes long before memes were ever a thing. Gary
Right.
Larson has. I love those things, man.
Yeah.
They have desk calendars that have one for each day. So it's a gift idea for your friends.
Right.
So I went to CPO the other day. CPO, Christian Publishers Outlet.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, books and stuff.
Because
Because you were, what were you? Oh, you were working at doing the Sonic thing.
Yeah.
I ended up walking out of there with a ring.
Yeah.
A ring.
Ring
Well,
for
the
good.
only other ring I have that has anything Christian on it's my wedding ring. I don't want to wear that anymore.
Right.
That's the last thing I want to put on my finger. So I got one that has Philippians 4:13. The last one I had that said that I gave to a homeless guy that was trying to give up dope.
Very nice.
So I gave it to him as I dropped him off at the what do you call that place? They I can't even remember the name of it now.
We have
The Mission.
Single commercial.
We have not. All right, so let's do one now.
All right. You ready?
Not
Who are
yet.
you doing it for?
We're gonna do Natural Solutions Store.
Natural
.bz.
Solutions.
So hold on just a second. Let me fix my collar.
I really enjoyed church Sunday.
It was a good.
I was singing along.
We didn't.
I was singing loud.
Were you? I know. I could hear
I
people's
see
heads
people
doing
in
this.
front of me shifting, moving
Yeah, like moving.
out
like,
of the, so they weren't directly in front of me.
or behind you.
Part in the Red Sea, man.
Yeah. Let's see which banner. Okay. There we go. My computer wasn't functioning properly. I want to pull up. I got to pull up the website first. So naturalsolutionstore.bz.
You ready? There you are.
Is that me? Is that
Yeah.
me?
You're there.
Oh, hey.
On YouTube.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to my desk. It drives me nuts that I have this, like, my hat is bent at an angle where it's, like, pointing right there. Anyways, today's show is brought to you by naturalsolutionstore.bz, where you can go and find almost any natural supplement that would help you out. Maybe not any, we're still growing. The list is still growing.
Yeah.
But today,
The growing list.
today's product I want to feature is CBD capsules, cannabinol. Cannabinol has many benefits, supports muscles, joints.
Dun 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 dun. Cannabinol.
Da, 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 da. Now that song's going to be stuck in my head all day. That was first played on Sesame Street, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
All right, so cannabinol has been successfully used for conditions such as PTSD, diabetes, fibromyalgia, sore muscles, joint support,
There you are. son.
schizophrenia, Crohn's disease, multiple sclerosis, insomnia, cigarette addiction, acne, and others. It also may help to benefit cancer. Or not benefit cancer, so you know what I mean. But this statement has not been evaluated by the FDA, and it is not to be used by pregnant women or women that are lactating, and always consult a physician before changing your diet or using a new food. So go online, check it out. This comes in 10, 25, and 50 milligram doses. So that way you can find the dose that best works for you. Of course, you want to start out with the 10 or the 25, depending on how big you are. I probably would start with the 25, and if I find myself needing more, then I just jump up to the 50. So go online, www.naturalsolutionstore.bz, and pick yourself up a bottle of CBD today. Back to you.
Easy. We're back. Ta-da.
And we're back.
What time is it?
It is 8:37.
So
Yeah?
yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, it's one of those days
What?
where we say good morning back and forth like the whole show.
How you doing this morning, Matt?
I'm good.
Are you doing good?
Yes. Yes. Church was great yesterday.
Tanner Gibbs.
Tanner Gibbs is on.
No, I just saw
Oh.
a post. November 23rd.
He tried calling me like 5 times while I was sleeping yesterday.
Like 5 times?
Like
So what else is like 5 times? 4? Maybe 3? 5?
Common
6?
Core. Yeah. 6 is like 5 if it's
Except it's one more.
it's a baker's half dozen.
What?
A baker's
No,
dozen.
7 would be a baker's half dozen. Is 1 for the baker.
Oh yeah, that's
Baker,
right.
yeah, baker's numbers are
Like one
plus
higher.
1.
Yeah.
1 for
yeah.
the
So a baker's dozen is 13.
yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
like everything I cook. Everything I cook is like definitely a baker's.
a baker's half dozen.
I make rice for myself, and it's like, what? What am I going to
You
do
got
with
like a
all
whole,
of this?
a whole pot. Yeah, I just do 1 cup of water and 1 cup
What
of
was I
rice.
thinking? I usually just get like how I want this much rice, so I get that much
And
rice.
then you have
then I
twice
put
that
it in the
much.
water.
Because rice doubles in size thereabout.
Yeah.
That's why, 1 cup of rice makes 2 cups of cooked rice.
Same with spaghetti. Spaghetti's a tough one. I get half the time. So half the time I don't have enough.
Well,
The other
spaghetti's
half
good
the time
too.
I have more.
Because you
Too
can,
much.
like if you get tired of the sauce, if you run out of sauce but still
Salt
have
and
all
butter.
the noodles left, salt and butter.
Rice
and
is
garlic.
the same way.
And garlic, salt, and butter.
Ooh, that's good.
And
idea.
use that olive oil and sea salt butter.
Rice is the same way.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis Code.
Dennis Code!
Good morning.
He walked in here kind of like a crab, it
He
looked
did,
like.
didn't he?
It's back here. Should be up
Hey.
on those chairs back there.
Hey, we're back.
All right, so we're not really talking about anything in particular.
We're
All
just
I know
goofing
is
off.
God is good all the time. I do know that.
So sorry we didn't do the gun cleaning and shooting thing.
Yeah, we had
If
to.
you were looking forward to that and watching it,
Well, we will.
it was a bad plan.
We'll make it up to you.
It was a bad plan.
No. It wasn't a bad plan. I planned badly.
Well, it was a bad plan because
I had forgotten about
you
a
had-
bill that was coming out, and it just.
Well, no, but you also the night before had to go all the way to Oklahoma
Yeah, and then came all the way back the same
and then
day.
church.
And then, yeah, and so I was really, really wore out.
Yeah.
But
So it was a bad plan.
it wasn't a bad plan. It was bad
we
planning
have to
on my
consider
part.
these things.
It was bad planning on my part, even though I knew about the Oklahoma trip for 2 weeks.
Right. So see. Right.
I was going to go up Friday night and then come back Saturday.
Dun 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 dun. Dun.
Friday night.
Can I have it all?
Dun, 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 dun.
Can I have it all?
The CBD.
Can I have it all?
Stop it. I'm going to get that stuck in everybody's head now.
Da, da, da. Can I have it all? I like the sound of that.
And it
Can
was
I have
just
all?
banana.
I like funny words. I like W. W is my favorite letter. You know why?
Isn't that
fun
spelled
to say.
Y-A-Y-A?
You know what a fun word to say is?
W?
Too? Or maybe it's 2 words. Mud puddles.
Mud puddles is fun.
I like to say that.
I always like to say it's raining cats and dogs. Don't step in a poodle.
A poodle is a good one too, and I hadn't thought of that for a while.
No,
See, when they give me the security headset at work, and I'm supposed to wear that, I just do that. I say mud puddle. Mud puddles are funny.
That's funny.
It's fun to say. My favorite letter is W, because it's fun to say, and so I just do that. Like, and
Oh,
then-
yeah, it'd be great.
so
That
then-
would be great, Dennis. Thank
so
you.
they take it away from me, or they don't offer it to me anymore.
I'll bring some Far Side books tomorrow if I can find them, Dennis Everson says. And CPO was a sponsor of a half
Dun,
hour
dun, banana.
during the telethon.
Get out, banana.
Did you know that?
Who what?
CPO.
Who's
they,
CPO?
They sponsor Central, or
Oh, that's right.
Christian Publishers Outlet.
Sponsors. What? What were you trying to say?
They sponsored half an hour during the telethon.
Yeah, which was great.
Yeah, and
Which was
Dennis
really good.
Everson is always bringing up all kinds of books.
Great books too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the one. I got one.
I got a bunch of books. That's another thing I'd probably
It's called
be doing on a
Josephus, I
tiny
think
home.
is what it's called.
And Josephus.
Josephus, which is a philosopher, a Jewish philosopher, I think, back in the day.
I can't do it.
So, anyways, Far Side Books tomorrow.
Far Side Books. Do it. Do it. What? You really? Hey.
Uh-oh, here we go. We're doing all kinds of craziness. I went in there. I haven't been in the new CPO location. I highly recommend that you guys go.
I highly recommend
There's,
you go. too.
there's a lot of books there.
I thought you just went and bought a ring,
I did.
and they moved since then.
No. They moved from the first time I bought the ring
I
to
thought
where
you
they're
said
at
you
now.
hadn't been in the new facility.
I just went the other day.
Oh.
I had not been
it
in the
bigger?
new facility yet.
Is it bigger or smaller?
It is.
They had a pretty big place.
Well, they shared it with some place. They shared it with a place last time.
Did they?
But yeah, it seems like it's smaller, but it's got room after room. It's a lot bigger than it
Great
looks.
books. They got lots of great books. They got the Bible there too, if you need it. And everybody needs it.
All right, so Scott says that's Marcia's phone ringer when I call her. I called her one time when she was in court. Laugh out loud. Which song? The banana nut da 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 da.
Dun dun banana. Ganabano.
And every time he calls mom, and I'm in the room, I can hear it's eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what this here kid
Is that the ringtone for him?
Yeah, that's Jerry Reeves. That guy is really good.
He's a good guitarist too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great
Amazing.
songwriter. Susan Burrows says, I can tell that y'all had your Wheaties this morning.
Oh, thank you, Susan.
Is Captain Crunchberry, actually? Not a sponsor.
Yeah, who would have them Wheaties? Psh.
Wheaties actually are pretty good.
They actually are, yeah, with lots of sugar. I like lots of sugar on my cereal.
And you know,
So I like really sweet cereal.
yeah,
I like oats and honey, whatever that one is. I don't even know the brand.
Honey
But
Bunches of Oats.
yeah, that one.
They actually make a generic equate version always not always say, what is it?
I have it, and I have milk too. I should have a bowl of cereal today.
You have milk?
Huh?
It's not gone yet.
No.
Oh, wow.
I'm on my second gallon of milk since I started living on my own. By myself, I mean, living on my own.
I could go through a gallon a week easy.
Yeah,
I love milk.
milk's good.
Ice milk. I put ice in my milk. Is that gross?
I usually just put it in my coffee.
I'll drink glass, but I'll drink it by the glass.
See,
I don't
don't
even
drink
need
glasses,
cookies
no.
to dip in it.
Oh man, cookies and milk.
Yeah.
I need to make some cookies.
Somebody baked a cake for my students yesterday because we at the last part of
Ooh.
the month we celebrate everybody's birthday for that month,
Cookies are good.
and it's a chocolate
Oh, I
cake,
saw it.
and there was no no eggs,
What?
no oil,
No gluten.
and no, it was not gluten free. There was flour.
wasn't?
They used flour, but it was a recipe from the Depression era, and it was no milk, no eggs.
I saw a commercial for Lactaid milk.
Yeah.
It's funny. So funny.
Is it?
Yeah. People say Lactaid
Describe
is
it.
not real milk, and the guy's in a field with a bunch of cows. Somebody ought to tell the cows that. If it's not real milk, maybe these are dogs. Sit. He starts telling the cows to sit. And the cows are like,
Lactate.
yeah.
Dairy not agreeing with you?
Right? Yeah. Don't. Yeah. So if you've got like a whatever they, yeah. If you're lactose intolerant,
They used to have this milk that I used to really love, and it's low carb. It was called Hood, was the brand name,
Huh.
and it was low carb, low calorie milk, and they had chocolate, and then they had
ooh,
the regular white.
who don't
And
like chocolate?
so it was so good.
Gotta make vanilla milk.
There is vanilla milk. Isn't that what you use in your cereal?
No.
Oh no, that's just white milk. Okay, vanilla milk. Now all the
Are we done yet?
dairy-free
Are we
milks
done yet, Dennis?
come in vanilla. What are you in a hurry?
No.
Okay, because I'm having fun.
Are you having fun?
Yeah. If I had a keyboard right here, we'd be in trouble. I'd be
Why?
like, bring,
You
just
do have
out
a
of nowhere.
keyboard right there.
I mean,
I was gonna say, what's that in front of you?
this is my international sign for keyboard.
You
Playing
can
music.
get an app that would change it to a keyboard. And this.
Yeah, but this thing's already doing too much computer processing as it is. Cow's milk. I
Cow's
have
milk,
to
yum.
have ice in my milk also. Good. Thank you. Someone agrees with me. People look at me weird when I tell them I put ice in my milk.
What?
Yeah, Dennis Code says tiny homes. I about said bones.
Yeah, I want to have a tiny.
What a
home.
great deal.
Maybe. I
I'm
don't
in
know.
on that. You actually were planning on building tiny homes for veterans.
We'll talk about that a little bit here.
Okay. So that's something for you guys to look forward to
Cool.
with Dennis and Becky's show, The Crosswalk of Hope. I wouldn't mind. Mom's still trying to convince me to get rid of the camper and get a tiny home
And yours is
and
little.
place it on their
You got,
property.
you're in a little tiny thing.
Comparatively speaking, yeah. But I mean, it's a tiny home would be better insulated, I think.
But compared to a 40-foot bus, it's tiny.
Well, mine's a 35-foot.
Of course, a 40-foot bus is hard to get around in.
I have a 35-foot Winnebago.
You know.
Yeah.
And what do you do with it? When you're traveling? Where do you put your bus?
You're in your bus.
But what about when you see a road you want to go down, and
You drive down it.
in a 40-foot bus?
Sometimes.
What if there's a corner, or a hump, or a hill, like a hill, that a 40-foot bus can't go over? It'll bottom out.
It will. Then bonus, it's recess time. You're in a teeter-totter.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just have,
But
I'll
then
come
how do
in.
you get out of there?
I'll stand on one
You're
end, you
done
stand on
when
the
you-
other, and we'll
Dennis,
go
are
back
you
and
listening
forth.
to this?
Go back and forth and make the bus teeter-totter.
Recess.
He's listening. He's just not acknowledging.
So what do you do? Yeah, that's it. So what size do you get? Where do you want to go? You know. How do you-
Cow's milk. You
When
can't
you're
get rid of
traveling,
it.
how do you find places? How do you find inexpensive places to put it?
Well, the
And
thing
then
you would want
leave
to
it
do,
unattended safely.
right?
You don't want people breaking in or vandalizing.
As far as the roads that you want and don't want to go down, the best thing you can do is get a navigator that has navigators for big trucks,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we use that to.
And that's a membership, right?
No, I think you. It's a setting on your
Setting.
navigation.
Ooh, like on your cell phone.
Yeah, I think so.
Say, hey, big rig.
So I was going to tell you guys real quick since I got a couple minutes.
But
I'll
will they
finish
let
this.
buses park in places big rigs park?
Yeah,
You sure?
why not?
And does it cost much?
Well, like you can,
is it
like
free?
the Flying J. Well, you know, parking a camper-like vehicle anywhere is going to cost roughly, if you're planning on living there full time, it's going to cost roughly between $400 and $600 a month. But that's all utilities paid, sewer, electric hookup. Some places even have Wi-Fi.
I'm just saying that's a fair price.
It can be.
You know what I mean?
But Dennis has a lot of land out there, don't you? How many acres you got out there?
Just 3.
3 acres?
That's not a
Why
lot
does
of
it
land.
seem, it seems bigger.
Yeah, it does when you're mowing it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I'll,
You're
this
like, man,
summer,
I'm going to plant some trees.
if you got a rider, I might be willing to come out there and mow it for you. I love mowing.
Do you push or ride?
Riding, of course. Do I look fit enough to push mow everything?
I was going to take video of that one.
I'll be sure and wear like Speedos.
Yeah.
There you guys go. There's a mental image for you guys to think about throughout the
Yeah,
rest
thanks,
of the day.
Matt. Thanks for that.
Glad I could help. Just
Park at Walmart. I don't think you can park at Walmart, can you?
well, for a short time. Big trucks. It depends on what Walmart you go to. Some won't let any trucks. Some won't let certain companies' trucks, like ours, park there. But yeah, I don't see. Now, truck stops. You can reserve a place. You can reserve a slot.
At a truck
Now they
stop.
have spots for campers at truck stops.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. They don't have any hookups, but they have places to park them.
Right.
You just about did that pop noise
And it's
again.
free, right?
Yes, but they do have reserved places closer to the building that
That
you have
are-
to pay for.
That you have to pay for.
But it's like $5 a day or something like
Is
that.
it really?
Yeah, it's not.
Nice.
Kevin has to do that
That's
because
not
he reserves the spot closest to the building because
Hey, cool.
handicap. You know, he's
Right.
missing a leg.
Yeah, he's missing a leg.
Well, he's not
got
missing a leg. He's got a prosthetic.
I'm sure he's
so-
missing it.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. One way or the other.
We should be more sensitive to Kevin.
You know, we are to an extent. Kevin
can
is
take
okay with it.
He
He was making jokes before he even left the hospital.
eggs us on.
Yeah.
I had a friend who lost a leg, and I asked, "Is it? So do we call you Marty now?"
Oh, that's funny.
And it was like the day. It was like the day he came back. You know, right?
Did he think it was funny?
He was the only one who thought it was funny. I think everybody else went, "Oh!"
What else can you do?
and he
You can't grow a
laughed.
leg back.
I know, right?
I mean,
Yeah, you
God
just got to
could
get a pirate. name.
God could grow it back for you, but let's face it, we only have 4 limbs. What we do,
Well,
with
you
them,
know, and he was sad, and it's tragic. It was pretty tragic.
I believe God can fully grow back a missing leg.
Of course he can. He's God.
Absolutely.
But would he?
Right. What do you need to learn? Park in the tower parking lot, Steve Schultz says. I guess you could park along.
I don't think they let you.
We go to church with the building manager here. I'm pretty sure.
What
he'd let
about the
us.
owner?
That's his father-in-law. So
Oh, so yeah, we probably.
I'm
could-
pretty sure we could work something out. So it's time for us to get out of here, folks. As much as I would love to stay on for another couple hours, Dennis and Becky have the floor shortly after this. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know why this is. What is this? Muted? Huh. I'm not getting any music. All right.
Bum, bum, banana.
All right, so I'd
Phenomenal.
like to thank everybody for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel.
Yeah.
Be sure and tune in next for Dennis and Becky Code with the Crosswalk of Hope and hear what they have to talk about tiny homes. So,
Tiny homes.
anyways, until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
and this has been
The Morning Drive. Oh, wait. Oh, psh.
Psh,
Not
pshaw.
even ready for this.